Imagine landing your dream role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, only to have it ripped away. Behind the epic battles and billion-dollar blockbusters lies a world of intense negotiations, creative clashes, and shocking last-minute decisions. Some stars walked away on their own terms, while others were quietly replaced, and fans had no idea what was happening behind the scenes. From secret rewrites to unexpected retirements, these are the untold stories that reshaped the MCU forever. Did you know Chris Evans has officially hung up Captain America's shield for good? After playing Steve Rogers from the first Avenger to Endgame, Evans gave fans the perfect send-off. Cap travels back in time, lives his dream life with Peggy, and passes the mantle to Sam Wilson. Since then, Marvel fans have begged him to return, especially with other OG Avengers making comebacks for Avengers: Doomsday. But Evans has been clear. He wants to leave Cap's story at its peak, explore new roles, and avoid the intense physical demands of the character. He admits he'll probably feel some FOMO when Doomsday hits theaters, but for now, Cap's journey is truly complete. Did you know Evangeline Lilly has officially retired from acting, at least for now? After playing Hope Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, across 3 MCU films, Lilly decided to step away following Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. In early 2024, she revealed that she'd always dreamed of retiring young to focus on family and charity work, and now she's finally doing it. While she left the door slightly open by saying for now, Marvel fans shouldn't expect her to return to the role anytime soon. One of the MCU's key heroines has hung up her wings, and the future of the Wasp remains uncertain. Did you know Marvel completely rewrote its future plans because of Jonathan Majors? Majors was set to become the MCU's next big villain, Kang the Conqueror, starting with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and continuing through Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. But after his 2023 conviction for harassment and assault, Marvel officially fired him and scrapped its entire Kang-centered storyline. The studio replaced the Kang Dynasty with Avengers: Doomsday, and introduced Doctor Doom, now played by Robert Downey Jr., as the MCU's next major threat. It's one of the biggest shakeups in Marvel history, completely reshaping the next era of the franchise. Did you know Michael Douglas has officially closed the chapter on his Marvel journey? After playing Hank Pym across 3 Ant-Man films and appearing in Avengers: Endgame, Douglas says he's stepping away from the MCU for good. While he enjoyed the experience, especially working on his first green screen blockbuster, he revealed in a 2025 interview that he's now focused on slowing down and enjoying life. Balancing acting with running his production company was overwhelming, and he's choosing to prioritize personal time over future Marvel projects. For fans, it marks the end of an era for one of the MCU's most respected mentors. Did you know Scarlett Johansson has officially closed the door on returning as Black Widow? After playing Natasha Romanoff for over a decade, Johansson believes her character's story ended perfectly with her heroic sacrifice in Avengers: Endgame. While she faced some drama with Disney over the Black Widow release strategy, the lawsuit was settled, and there's no bad blood with Marvel. Still, Johansson has been firm. Natasha's journey is complete, and she doesn't want the character revived or rewritten. She saved the world, Johansson says, and she wants fans to remember Black Widow's sacrifice exactly as it was. Did you know Josh Brolin wasn't the first actor to play Thanos in the MCU? In the Avengers mid-credits scene, that iconic sinister grin actually belonged to Damion Poitier. At the time, Poitier didn't even realize he'd been cast as the Mad Titan. He thought he was playing Super Skrull, thanks to early production rumors. Marvel later brought in Brolin to fully embody Thanos, starting with Guardians of the Galaxy, but Poitier still made another MCU appearance. He popped up again in Captain America: Civil War as one of Crossbone's henchmen before being taken down by Black Widow. A surprising Marvel fun fact most fans completely missed. Did you know Quicksilver's death in Avengers: Age of Ultron was planned from the very start? Aaron Taylor Johnson's speedster shocked fans when he sacrificed himself to save Hawkeye and a young boy, but Marvel had decided on this twist long before filming began. While some believed his death was connected to Evan Peters' Quicksilver in X-Men: Days of Future Past, Marvel confirmed it was all about raising the stakes and shaping Wanda's emotional journey. Interestingly, though, there was an alternate costume designed in case Quicksilver survived. It's wild to think the MCU almost kept him alive, but his sacrifice became one of the film's most memorable moments. Did you know Carrie Coon was almost a bigger part of the MCU? The Emmy-nominated star of Fargo and The Leftovers voiced and provided the face for Proxima Midnight, one of Thanos' deadly children in Avengers: Infinity War. Fans loved her portrayal, but after Proxima's shocking death at Wanda's hands, many expected her to return in Avengers: Endgame. While the character briefly appears, Coon doesn't voice her, and the reason might surprise you. After Infinity War made over $2 billion, Coon reportedly asked Marvel for a raise, and they declined. She walked away, making Proxima Midnight one of the MCU's most underrated one-and-done villains. Imagine landing a major Marvel role, then walking away from it all. Edward Norton was the original Hulk in The Incredible Hulk, but his time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was short-lived and full of drama. Norton joined the project on the condition that he could rewrite the script, and while many of his scenes were filmed, Marvel cut most of them out. Tensions grew, and by the time the Avengers rolled around, Marvel chose Mark Ruffalo to replace him. Years later, Norton couldn't resist throwing shade, joking that all he ever wanted was a better script. It's one of Marvel's most infamous casting shakeups ever. Did you know the Red Skull you saw in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame wasn't Hugo Weaving? After playing the villain in Captain America, the first Avenger, Weaving chose not to return, even though he had signed a multi-picture deal with Marvel. Unlike other Marvel recasts filled with drama, this one was surprisingly peaceful. Weaving simply wasn't interested in doing more big-budget blockbusters and wanted to focus on roles he found more exciting. Ross Marquand eventually stepped in to take over the Red Skull role, giving Marvel fans a seamless transition. But the story behind it is a rare example of an actor walking away on his own terms. Did you know Marvel didn't actually fire Josh Dallas from Thor? Unlike most Marvel recasts, this one wasn't about drama, it was about timing. Josh Dallas, who played Fandral of the Warriors 3 in the first Thor movie, was replaced by Zachary Levi in the sequels. But it wasn't personal at all. Dallas had already signed on to star as Prince Charming in Once Upon a Time, and filming both projects at once would have meant flying constantly between Vancouver and London. Faced with an impossible schedule, he had to step away from the role, making this one of Marvel's rare, drama-free casting changes. Imagine being part of Marvel's Iron Man and then suddenly getting replaced. Terrence Howard, the original James Rhodey Rhodes, says money was at the heart of his shocking Marvel exit. According to Howard, Marvel demanded he take an almost 90% pay cut for Iron Man 2. He even claimed he helped Robert Downey Jr. land the role of Tony Stark by taking a $1 million pay cut himself, only to feel pushed out later. Marvel disagreed with his version of events, and tensions escalated into legal threats and public drama. Years later, Howard and Downey made peace, but his sudden recast remains one of Marvel's most controversial behind-the-scenes stories. Did you know Zoe Saldaña has officially said goodbye to Gamora in the MCU? After Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Saldaña revealed she's stepping away from the role, and the reason might surprise you. It's not about Marvel drama or storylines, but rather the hours of makeup required to transform into Gamora. Spending 3 to 4 hours every morning in prosthetics took a toll, and Saldaña says she's done with heavy makeup roles altogether. However, she's not leaving sci-fi behind completely. Thanks to Avatar, she prefers motion capture suits over layers of paint. Gamora's future may involve a recast, but Saldaña's chapter in the MCU is officially closed.